Hello. Welcome to A Novel Console, your weekly podcast where we talk about books, games, food, and stuff that caught our attention during the week. My name is Chris, and with me is my beautiful co-host and wife, Karradyne.
Sounded like you forgot your own name there for a minute.
My
name is Chris.
I almost forgot my name.
This week's is Chris.
I was also just reading the notes, and I was reading it, and I lost where I was going.
Way to go!
My name. So
are you looking at last week's notes?
Yeah.
Why?
From like 4 weeks ago. It's
dear.
the Raylo and Ix episode.
Oh
notes.
my gosh, that's so long ago.
I don't know why that's the first one that pops up, but it does. I mean, it's weird because people are listening to this on Friday when it comes out. And we haven't done a Friday episode in such a long time.
But we fucked up, and we have an hour that we're going to lose.
No,
recording time.
We really didn't fucked up. Somehow the times...
We fucked up.
The times fell... Not the times. The
episodes?
The weeks fell weird. And we went over last month a full hour, maybe a little bit more. And this month, we're low an hour and 34 minutes. So
we ain't gonna talk for an hour and 34 minutes. We can sacrifice a half hour.
We're gonna talk for 2 hours.
Oh my gosh,
that's what she's trying to say. But no, because it's just an hour and 34 minutes, I don't want to lose it because they don't roll over on Buzzsprout.
That would be so nice.
It would be very nice if it rolled over because I'm pretty sure that all those couple 10s, 20s that we leave on the table, if they would roll over, we would have a whole full extra hour that we could have used last month for that one episode.
Lame. It's like PTO. You lose it.
Ugh, fucking shit, man. Capitalist pig empires. They're driving me crazy. So, yeah, we have a short show. It's just going to be us talking stupid shit.
It's always just us talking stupid shit.
Yes, but now it has a proper name apart from a novel console. If you think a novel console, you think stupid shit. But this episode is extra stupid shit. It's called An Hour of Nonsense.
Should be called An Hour of Extra Stupid Shit.
I don't know how Spotify and Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts and Good Pods and Amazon Music and Pandora and
just do an asterisk because as the I, and you can get away with it.
Stupid.
Yeah, stupid.
Okay, yeah, I could do that. I was gonna name all of our hosting platforms, all the streaming platforms that we're on, but you cut me off, so I couldn't finish.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right. So we got a couple of things to talk about. First off, I do want to talk about changing the show a little bit. And
only a little bit. It's
not going to be something massive. And this is because I really haven't been too happy with the games and stuff part. The last few weeks, it just feels like I've been rambling and getting stuck on the same thing over and over again.
It's a little clinical.
Yeah, and I don't like that. And I watch a lot of YouTube videos about video game reviews or just people just play a couple of video games and just talk about them. And I like the way that they do it. You know, they just basically talk about their experience, what they liked, what they didn't like, and just get to the point. They don't pick apart the entire game.
They don't analyze it. They don't,
Yeah, and honestly, I'm not an video game
analytical. You're not an official critic.
Yeah, and my opinion literally means nothing.
Same.
But if I can, tell you about my experience and what I love and hated about the game, and then rate my experience, then that's
more authentic.
That would work for me.
Yeah.
It would make me happy because that's basically what you do in your segment in Book Talk.
I'm like, this and this happened, and this is how I feel about it.
Yeah. So looking back on all our episodes, just think of it that way. Don't think of it as me reviewing a game. Just think of it as me experiencing a game and talking about it. And the score at the end is basically the score that I would give my experience.
I mean, it's still a review. Like, I feel like the word review is open to interpretation somewhat.
But I also feel like the word review is stuck in one specific definition.
I suppose.
So, but that's what it's going to be like. Because garbage is always our experience going to that one place that one time. And
which is why we've said we need to go back and give a couple places a second chance.
Yeah, and that's why we've done Taco Bell, what, twice?
I don't know how many. I mean, they have those limited edition things that makes it more what's the word?
Uh, uh, I know what you're trying to say, but I can't think of the words.
Oh, words fail me.
Yeah.
I'm sick, so it doesn't help.
Yeah, you're very sick. But before we get into the sick part, yeah, so now a novel console now is just going to be about the experience. We're not
I
actually
thought you were going to
reviewers.
say we were changing the name. I'm like, what the fuck? You didn't drop this on me
No, no.
beforehand.
I wouldn't do that right now.
Oh, dear.
But yeah, it's just going to be a novel console is just going to be basically the experience. And yeah, and we have a couple of plans for next year, but we'll get into that more later on.
In an official episode, not a nonsense episode.
Yeah. Yeah, you probably won't be getting a lot of nonsense episodes in the future.
No, this
maybe
was
and like
literally just us having an extra hour.
And
Next
this-
November.
this hasn't happened in almost a year and a half of us doing this show, where we've had an extra hour to do nonsense. And wow, your shirt is covered in Vicks.
Sweet Thai chili sauce and Vicks Vapor Rub because that's how I roll right now.
Tell me how the sweet Thai chili got on your shirt.
I swirled my wing around in the sauce at the bottom of the bowl, and then I dripped it all over myself instead of putting it in my mouth. Oops. So imagine me right now. I am like, like in a movie with like high schoolers and like somebody gets sick, like the popular girl is sick.
The popular
and
ghoul?
The popular girl is sick and she still decides to go to school. No, so she decides to go to school, but she's like in a fever-induced
Is the school the
madness.
ghoul school?
Yeah. Anyway.
The ghoul school.
Yeah, and she shows up and like her hair's in the messiest bun ever, and she's in her pajamas, not wearing a bra, and like last night's dinner is stuck to her. That's me right now.
Except last night's dinner. For you listening, it was last night.
Tonight. It was tonight.
But for us recording,
And
it
he's
was a
gonna
couple of
make
minutes
me
ago.
Take all this off and put on something clean as soon as we finish recording
No,
this.
you gotta
He's
go shower.
forcing me into the shower.
You gotta go
I'm a
shower.
bottle of death right now.
Yeah.
It's not COVID, it's just misery.
Yeah.
You know, it's a miracle that through this whole thing, neither one of us managed to get sick. Knock on the proverbial wood.
You're
Oh,
Luna.
I upset Luna.
Yeah, Luna's awake. But you had to sleep on a separate mattress and everything last night.
I did. So I always snore. We both snore, but my snoring is exceptionally worse when I am ill in the congestion way. And he kept waking me up night before last to the point that I was just ready to cry. Like, miserable, can't go back to sleep. So I was like, fuck this. And I slept on the blow up mattress last night in our living room so that he couldn't bother me.
And she took the dog.
I did. Well, she chose me. She chose.
Until you got up and she ran.
Well, yeah, she ran to your bedroom, to our bedroom door. Instead of running to the front door to go out, which is normally what she would do, she ran to the door to get to you.
She probably
To
got
make
confused.
you feel better.
She,
Aw.
she probably got confused and
She
didn't
thought
know.
she was running to the door to go outside. Bless her
And
heart.
then you open it, it's like, no leash. And she runs, she's like, wait, bookshelves. Where am I?
Bless it. There is a Christmas tree in there, so I guess it looks a little bit like outside.
Oh, did she perk up when you said the magic word?
No, believe it. Well, I mean, she just went like 2 hours ago, so she's good.
Yeah. But apart from that, we did have kind of a nice weekend that we did.
Once we got back from the chaos and the toilet exploding.
And the toilet exploding. The pipes in the wall exploding. But we really, we when we got back, we recorded and whatnot, but we didn't really say that we did partake in the capitalist tradition that is Black Friday.
But it wasn't even Black Friday, really.
Black Weekend.
Yeah, yeah. And it wasn't even a Black Weekend sale that the biggest sale that we stumbled upon, which was Barnes & Noble on OBT going out of business.
Are they all going out of business?
What
the hell is going
not.
on?
I hope not. I know the one closest to us was supposedly a rent issue, because that area is pretty expensive. But this one, I don't know. I mean, it is on OBT. How many of those hoes do you think really go to Barnes & Noble to do anything other than go to the bathroom?
That's true.
Come on.
I mean, they do stand in the corner and solicit. Is that the word, solicit?
Yes, they
Yeah.
are soliciting
Yeah. They do start right
a
in front of
lot.
that Barnes and Noble.
They do. They do.
Um,
And I feel like that also deters people from wanting to go in there. Because, like, it's on OBT and there's hookers in the parking lot. I mean, it's true. It's true. You laugh, but it is
It's
so
like
true.
get the new James Patterson and take some company home. So
Yeah. To enjoy it with you.
yeah, yeah. So what did you get in Barnes and Noble when you went in?
Oh gosh, what did I not get? I finally got the illustrated edition of The Goblet of Fire because that bitch is like $50.
Hey, you
Yeah.
put your name in the goblet of
Hey, you
fire.
should put your name in the Goblet of Fire.
The fire.
And then
I
I
don't know those
got
movies.
a graphic novel that Mariela actually recommended to me. I think it's called Squad, I think. And I got an edition of The Return of the King from a set that I've been wanting. I would have gotten the whole set because 50% off. They were only like $6, but they didn't have Two Towers or Fellowship, so I'll get them eventually. And I got The Middle Earth Traveler and a copy of The X Talk, which is a book I think I reviewed.
I think
Podcast people.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe not.
I know I mentioned it at least. I got a copy of that because I didn't have a copy of it. And I feel like I got something else. Oh, Once and Future Witches. I think that was it.
I-
What'd you get? Because you got books too.
I got the video game console. I don't know the name of the books. I got a book. It's a big yellow
You got
book.
2 books.
The important one is a big yellow book with a picture of a half of a Nintendo controller. And basically, the whole book is somebody tore apart the entire, a bunch of video game systems, like basically all of the video game systems that have ever been made. They tore them apart and then they named every component inside and talk about their power and all that. It is called the Game Console 2.0 by Evan Amos. And I had the first one, which I'll talk about what I did with the first one. But this one, I have no idea where it ends. I do know it starts the same place where the first one started. So this is kind of like a revision of the original book, except with more consoles, which I'm guessing would be a newer generation. And I also got Retro Gaming, a bite-sized history of video games by Mike Diver. And basically, I got that one because it was $6 after the 50% discount, plus the 30% discount for being a
You
Barnes
can't
and
pass
Noble.
that shit up. Yeah, I forgot about the fact that, yeah, we're members. So we got 80% off of everything.
Yeah.
Isn't that insane?
So basically, that just tells you what the best games ever to play are.
Wait, is it 30% or 20%? I thought it was only 20.
I think it's
Still 70%.
it's
That's a
not
lot.
bad either way.
No.
But yeah, I do love those type of books that have like these are the games that you should play of each generation. I have one that it's called like the 1001 games you need to play before you die book. It's a bit dated now, but by the time it came
That's
out,
the one that was falling apart, right? You used it as a toilet book?
that was a toilet book. Yes, that was a toilet
It was
book.
falling apart. The spine was broken.
No, the cover was bad.
No, I'm
like
pretty sure the
sleeve.
spine was broken too. Pretty sure.
It might have melted in the bathroom from all the fumes.
Yeah, you got a lot of fumes.
Yeah, it's probably somewhere in that shelf. I gotta look for it. I don't know where it is. I got so much. I need a bigger shelf. That's what Santa should bring me. A bigger shelf.
Tell Santa Debbie.
Santa Debbie.
Yeah.
Okay, that's her aunt. But what I was saying that I took the first one and I got rid of it. It's because we went to Bright Light Books and got rid of a bunch of books.
We did, and I thought that
A couple
I
of
was
them were
gonna.
mine.
I thought I was gonna go on an awesome shopping spree with almost $60 worth of credit, but somebody found something that he wanted.
No, that's not how it went. No, you looked all over the stores like I can't find nothing, and I said, "Oh, I found something I want. Can I get it?" You're like, "How much is it?" And I told you it's $70, and you said, "Okay, get it." I'm like, "Are you sure?" "Yeah, get it." "Are you sure?" "Get it and pay the difference." Are you sure?
I felt bad because I always benefit from that credit. So it was only fair that you get to benefit from it once.
And
That's the only time.
you've taken a bunch of my books in there.
Not a bunch.
A lot of them.
No, I think those 2 books are the first 2 books that I've ever taken from you.
No.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
you've taken a lot of books. There
No. I'm going to take all your Zelda books.
I will divorce you.
And the Fire Emblem.
I will divorce you.
Fire Emblem is mine.
Don't,
No more toilet time for you.
don't you dare touch the Fire Emblem art book. Sacred. But yeah, no. So there was $70. It was the whole HD collection of the Dragon Ball Z movies. So it's 13 movies? Is that what it says right there?
I don't know.
It says it right there. Count the movies.
Yes, 13 movies.
13 movies. So all 13 movies, starting with the World's Strongest. Is that what it says? The first one, and ending
Dead Zone.
Dead Zone. I don't think I've ever seen Dead Zone.
Wrath of the Dragon.
Ending with Wrath of the Dragon.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the last one they did. Wow, before they actually brought it back.
I just sit here and look at your Dragon Ball Funkos, and it's like a whole fucking Funko department store. Just that section. I swear, there cannot be many Dragon Ball Z pops that you don't own.
There are a lot.
There are a lot?
There are a lot that I
That's
don't
outrageous.
own. And they are excessively pricey too.
Because I know there's a failed fusion that's, isn't it Goku and Vegeta?
Yep.
And that's not Goku and Vegeta.
No, that's Goten and Trunks. The one that you bought me.
I thought it was Goku and Vegeta when I bought it for you.
Yep. And there's
Oops.
a Kale and Khalifa them together, and then there's a Kefla, and there's a bunch that I don't have that I just want. Every time I see one, I want to buy it. Do I have Fat Boo on the wall? Do you see Fat Boo?
Fat Boo?
Yeah, imagine Boo, the pink one, but fat. The wall is behind me, so I can't see it.
I mean, that one looks fat to me next to Frieza.
Does he have chubby cheeks?
Looks like it.
Is he pink?
Yeah?
Then that's Fat Boo.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Fat Boo. That one is super cute. That one is actually adorable.
They all look like Jigglypuff and Kirby to me.
Oh, Lord, that's
They all look the same. Jigglypuff, Kirby, and Boo are all the same
No.
in my head.
So the good thing is that because you let me use your credit to get the Dragon Ball Z movies, you said, okay, well, if you're going to waste my credit on Dragon Ball Z movies, can you please pay my library fine so I can check out more graphic novels?
Yes, thank goodness. Y'all, I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. At the end of every year, I've overwhelmed myself with library books, and I forget the due dates, and I rack up these outrageous library fines. I gotta start being more responsible. So I racked up like a $40 library fine, and you can't check anything out past $10. They like flag your account. So I had not been reading graphic novels in a hot minute, and I was having withdrawals.
So to get a clear picture, Karradyne goes into the library, picks out like 20 books, and carries the entire stack out.
I do.
Puts it near the entrance when she comes into the apartment.
I do.
And forgets it's there until it's time to return them.
Oh, that's not fair.
Usually 2 weeks after you're supposed
3
to.
weeks. Oh, yeah, 2 weeks after I was supposed to.
Yeah.
They give you 3 weeks, and you're allowed to renew up to 3 times. So you can technically have those books for 9 weeks. 9. Right? No.
So that's what, 2
12
months?
weeks. Right? Because you can renew 3 times.
So 2 months and a half?
I don't know. I suck at math. That's 3
yeah.
months.
Well,
Right?
So if you can renew 3 months, then that's 3 plus 3, which is 6, plus 3, which is 9, plus 3, which is 12.
We need to stop talking right now. These people are judging the shit out of us right now. Oh, Lord.
We don't know how to math.
We don't know how to anything.
No, you know how to read, and I barely know how to exist, so.
But this way, as soon as the next saga is available, I'm going to go on Hoopla and snatch that bitch. That is one thing that I saw that I would have gotten with that credit, but I knew how excited you were because they had issue 1 through 4, I think, of Saga.
1, 2, and 4, and they were missing 3.
No, it was 1 through 4.
Are you sure?
They were missing 5. They had 6.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 1 through 4 and 6. Because I decided I want to start collecting them. Because I love Saga.
Maybe that'll be a good Christmas present idea.
No,
put
I'd
it.
rather have Tolkien stuff.
Tolkien stuff.
Yeah. All day, every day.
I'll see what I can do.
All day,
I
every
just
day.
hope these
Actually, I want a Blu-ray player.
these damn Barnes and Noble just needs to stop closing. It's becoming more and more of a hassle. Every time one closes, that's another one we can't go to.
Yeah, the closest one right now is like 20 minutes away, whereas it was only 10 minutes away.
Yeah, wait, the one on 50?
Yeah.
That is the closest one.
Mm-hmm. Fashion Square.
And then after that, the closest one is going to be
Sand Lake.
Altamont.
Altamont? Oh, yeah. Yeah. The mall.
But watch the mall go out of business.
Oh, my gosh. No, that mall is pretty poppin'. I'd say it's the second most poppin' mall after Florida Mall.
Is it?
Yeah, it's pretty busy.
The movie theater sucks, though.
Well, that doesn't matter. People
Why?
go for the mall, not the movie theater.
I mean, having a movie theater in a mall is kind of important. You don't think?
No, movie theaters and malls are weird. That moving down here, that was the first time I ever saw that, and it's fucking weird.
It's weird not being attached to a mall.
No, it's weird it being attached to a mall.
How?
It doesn't make any sense. Why would you put a movie theater at the mall?
When you were a teenager, didn't you hang out at the mall?
Yeah.
And didn't you want to watch a movie while you were hanging out at the mall?
No, never. Never crossed my mind.
Fucking weird. That's so weird.
You're weird. Says the girl with like literal pineapple caked onto her shirt. Pineapple chunks from the Thai chili sauce.
Yeah.
Oops.
But you reading graphic novels, does that mean you're going to review more graphic novels?
Yes, but I know I can't keep reviewing Nailbiter.
Yeah.
That's over and done with.
Well,
It'll be an honorable mention. I did just read the next volume, and I wasn't all that impressed. It was kind of boring.
I still think you should read Sex Criminals.
Oh, it was such a. I don't know. I just couldn't get into it.
I couldn't get into Saga the first 20
You're
times
insane.
I tried it.
It's so good. So good.
It was so boring.
No, it is amazing.
And Marco and what's her name, Lana?
Yes, Marco and Lana.
They were
Marco, Lana, Prince Robot.
so boring.
No, they're adorable.
All of them were so
They're
boring.
adorable.
And then I
You're
tried
boring.
one last time and it clicked. And then it was good. So maybe Sex Criminals is going to be the same thing. So because you're going to be doing graphic novels and stuff, and I've been playing a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy, I want to get...
Oh my God, don't send me down the Marvel rabbit
No,
hole.
I'm not. No.
It'll never end.
No,
I already started one rabbit hole by checking out Morbius. I haven't even opened it yet.
I want to get into Marvel comics again. And the way that I used to read it, I had this app where I would download the comics from Pirate Bay or wherever, import them onto my phone, and then on my phone I would put them in the app, and in the app I would read them. So I was able to find entire series or runs of comics and just binge. And I want to be able to do that again because that's the fun way for me to read comics. And I want to get back into Marvel. I want to reread and read stories that I never read that I've always wanted to, like the zombie stories I never read. And I need to find what would be the best way for me to do that. So I've been thinking, I don't even know if Marvel Now is still a thing, which was Marvel's comic subscription thingy. And I did look into Comixology a few years ago, but I don't want to go into Comixology now because now it's owned by Amazon. So I have no idea where to go to read.
Hoopla!
Hoopla is not going to give me the whole series. I'm going to have to hand select them all, right?
Yeah, and you can only download 10 a month.
Yeah, 10. One Marvel comic is like 15 pages.
You know what I think is an impossible task?
What?
To read all of the Marvel comics.
Ever?
To read all of the Star Wars comics and books and all of those things. It all seems like an impossible task.
Well, the Star Wars books don't count anymore. They're all extended universe.
Well, I mean, It still seems fun. I have a couple of them saved on my Hoopla because they look so good, like especially the newer ones that I want to read. But I have no idea where to start. No idea.
You know who can tell you where to start?
I know Jen and Logan can probably tell me where to start.
And
Nick.
Mariela.
Oh,
and
yeah,
Nick.
yeah. I forget about all of her Star Wars tattoos.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much any of our friends can tell us where to start with that. I wonder if they could tell me where the hell to start reading Marvel and which one's worth paying a monthly fee on. I just really want to read Guardians of the Galaxy again. That one run that I read was fantastic. And playing this damn game is just making me like, oh, God, I want to read that again. It was so good.
Watching these Spider-Man trailers makes me want to read Marvel comics. Oh, God, I'm so ready. I'm so ready.
I don't know. I feel like those first two Tom Holland movies weren't good. He's a good Spider-Man, but those
Tobey
movies weren't.
Maguire is the best Spider-Man ever, forever and ever.
You only like him. You
forever.
only like him because of Chad Kroger.
No. I loved that movie even before the end credits hit. And they say that a hero
would save us. I'm not gonna stand in the way. Is that how it goes?
Something like that.
I don't know. All I know is that he's gonna fly in on an eagle and save Spider-Man in the movie.
With saliva.
With saliva.
Yep.
He's gonna spit.
He does the song with Josie Scott, the lead singer of Saliva.
He's gonna spit at the bad guys.
Spit his webs. Instead of having a web shooter on his wrist, he's got a web shooter in his mouth.
No, he's gonna spit at them,
his throat.
and they're gonna be so grossed out that they're just gonna leave. They're just gonna be like, you know what? I'm just gonna go back to my own universe and die over there. I don't need to take the saliva from Chad Kroger. So, changing topics a little bit, 'cause I'm kind of grossed out now. We watch a lot of TV, right?
We watch a lot of Chopped.
We do. And the other day we watched an episode with what was he, German?
Yes, Hans.
And he was he moved to America and he became a chef. And
he was rather young.
Yeah. And when they introduced the chefs and everything, and then they lined them up with their baskets, and Ted comes up and he's like, "Hello, chefs." And they're like, "Hello, Ted." He was making such eyes at Ted. With
his wiggly caterpillar eyebrows.
He
had the most intense, thick, black caterpillar eyebrows.
And he was blonde.
Yeah.
Very blonde.
He was bleach blonde.
Yeah.
Bleach.
So he's making crazy ass eyes at Ted. And that prompted me and Karradyne to start talking about Ted being a catch.
I mean, like you said, the man probably has a ton of money. He was one of the original Queer Eye, one of the original Fab Five.
Yep.
Were they five then? I think they were five.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure they
never saw those.
They really?
Mm-mm.
You never experienced the glory that is Carson Creasley?
Who?
Carson Creasley.
Who the hell is that?
He is the fashionista. Yeah. I think Ted was like the Anthony. Pointless.
Anthony's not pointless. Don't talk about my boy
Was he
like
like
that.
Anthony? I don't know. I feel like he did like lifestyle stuff. I don't remember. I didn't remember him being one of the Fab Five until I looked up like why he was famous enough to be a host of Chopped. It's like, oh, one of the original Queer Eye guys. I'm like, what?
That is very mean, saying that he is pointless and saying that Anthony was pointless. What?
Anthony is pointless.
No.
He's like, this is how you slice an avocado. You know it's true. You know it's true. Anthony is the most pointless of all of them.
No.
He is. Jonathan is the superior gay. The superior.
If anybody is pointless, is the person that they're helping.
Oh, bless them. Bless.
They are all wonderful, and I love Anthony.
Do you know how far behind we are? There's a new season of Queer Eye coming this month, and it's season 6.
Oh, Jesus
We
Christ.
never finished season 2.
We never did finish season 2.
We have so much we need to watch.
Yeah, that one episode where Bobby won't go into the church. Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
man, there have been so many episodes where you almost cried.
Mm-hmm.
That first episode really got me. The very first one with the
With
guy with lupus. Oh, man. With his redneck Mountain Dew or
the
whatever.
redneck margarita. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Oh my God. I think it's a good thing that we stopped watching because I'm pretty sure at one point, if we would have binged, I would have broke in one of the
Finally
episodes.
cried.
Yeah, finally cried.
We need to make a schedule. We
For
need to.
crying.
No. We need to make a schedule. So, like, you know how there's a TV lineup every week. So, like, Monday is Love It or List It. Tuesday
I hate
is
that show.
whatever. You know,
I
like
hate that
Thursday
show
is Bobby
so damn
Flay.
much.
We need to set up our days of the week. On Mondays, we need to watch Disenchantment. On Tuesdays, we need to watch Big Mouth. So on and so forth. We will always watch one episode of Chopped while we eat, but then immediately after eating, we need to watch that day's episode. Let's do it. We need to watch The Witcher. We need to watch Queer Eye, Big Mouth, Disenchantment. What else do we need to watch?
I think that's it.
Are you sure?
No.
Neither am I.
Oh well, we'll figure it out eventually. But yeah, Ted is such a big catch. He's got to be loaded. He's cool as fuck. He dresses really nicely, and he's friends with a shit ton of chefs.
Very true. He probably eats better than most people in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm. He probably does.
Alex Sporticelli is making my dinner tonight.
Oh, I'm making pasta with my friend Scott Conant. Oh my God.
Jeffrey's not invited.
Come on, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey's a bitch. He is a bitch.
Mark and Jeffrey are mean.
I do not like Mark. I do not like Amanda. Jeffrey is just so fucking mean. He's not even like, because like Mark at least will like kind of laugh about it, but Jeffrey is an asshole. Oh, he's so awful. And Manit is just like a cuddly teddy bear who's so nice about everything.
Even when things are bad, she's still so nice. Who's mean as shit is Martha Stewart.
Oh my God, I don't care if Martha never comes back on Chopped.
God,
She
that
is
lady
awful.
is awful. She is so
Awful. Oh man. I would if I ever had to compete if I
Kamit.
Manit compete. If I ever had the opportunity of being selected to compete on Chopped and I walked through that hallway and saw Martha at the table,
You would
be like,
walk out.
I gotta find my replacement. Goodbye. Goodbye.
It's like I'm chopping myself.
Yep.
You get out.
I'll take care of the first round for you. Let's skip straight to entree.
Wow. No, she is awful.
Oh my gosh. She
wasn't-
is the worst.
There was an episode where they had to do salty and sweet and everything.
Yeah, sweet and salty.
And it wasn't it desserts too?
Yes.
And one lady did a miso ice cream. Bad idea. Right off the bat. Super fucking bad idea. That's a disaster.
You don't say?
A
You don't want to
disaster of
have
an idea.
miso ice cream?
Not made in 30 minutes. No. And everybody tries the ice cream and everybody goes completely silent. And you can see, I don't remember his last name, Chris.
The bald one?
The bald dude. You can see it in his head, like him trying to spin how he's going to start talking.
Let me be nice, but
He's-
also
Because he's,
direct.
yeah. And Martha looks around and she's like, well, if nobody's going to say it, then I'm going to say it. This ice cream is inedible. It's super salty. I'm like, wow. It's like, okay, fine, it's bad, but Jesus.
You could have thought of a nicer way to say that. All of those judges are so, well, except Jeffrey. They're so like poised in the way that they criticize you.
Yeah,
They're poised in their critique.
and they don't just say your food is shit.
You suck.
You said you did this wrong and this is why it's shit. You should do
They
this
compliment
instead.
sandwich you.
Exactly,
You did this
yeah.
well. This sucks. You did this well.
Exactly. Exactly. All of them do that. Damn.
Good idea. This sucks.
Like, good idea. Poor execution.
Martha's
This
just
is how you
like,
fix
this
it.
sucks. That's it.
It's like, this sucks. Fuck you.
Yep.
It's like,
I'm Martha Stewart.
See, I don't get it because Snoop Dogg is so chill and cool, and he looks like he's
They
a
gotta smoke together.
and
He
he
has to get her calm to, I don't know.
he seems like such a genuinely nice guy, but she is just
Maybe
awful.
he's so high that he like it just doesn't even phase him.
Maybe he thinks she's being funny.
Maybe. Maybe.
Oh God,
I don't know. Their relationship doesn't make any sense at all.
so weird, so weird. It's like a sugar mama and a younger person relationship, but I think they're both around the same age.
Let me
right?
look.
Okay, Karradyne's gonna look up their ages.
Okay, so I was not prepared for this result. Do you know how fucking old Martha Stewart is?
Oh boy, you told me, but the listeners don't know.
Tell me what your first guess was.
My first guess was that she was in her 60s or early 70s. Late
She
60s.
is 80 years old. 80.
Oh,
She's older than my granny.
oh God.
She is the age of your grandparents.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my God. Old that.
She is old enough to be Snoop's mom.
How old is Snoop?
He's only 50. She was our age when Snoop Dogg was born.
It
Isn't
is.
that
It
crazy?
is kind of like a cougar younger guy situation then,
Oh my gosh, they're not in love.
that we know.
Yeah. I mean, you do you, Snoop. You do you. Do Martha if that's
D-O-double-G. Oh God,
my
no!
God.
Don't, no! Stop!
I just think about what's that song that was so popular when we were in high school of his
Drop it like it's hot.
yes.
Drop it like it's hot.
He
He's just
likes
talking.
to watch Marla. Oh, I'm sorry, Marla. I'm so sorry. Freudian slip.
Watch Martha drop it like
Snoop
it's hot.
Dogg likes to watch Martha drop it like it's hot.
Wasn't that song with Pharrell?
Ooh, yeah. Snoop.
I can just imagine them in the booth recording the song and Martha just standing staring at them
Oh
in the
my
recording
gosh.
booth.
This is inedible.
Oh God, this lady's horrible. She's awful.
I bet they make pot brownies together.
They probably do.
Yeah.
He probably gives her the weed. She makes the can of butter and then bakes the brownies.
You know what like seems to never get old? People, I swear, at least like 2 or 3 times a year, I see that fucking meme circulating Facebook. Only one of these people has been to prison, and I bet you don't know which one it is.
And it's
It's
Martha.
not Snoop.
Yeah, it's Martha.
Oh, Martha.
Oh, you know, now
Insider training.
that
trading.
you talk about memes, every year around this time, we start getting those memes of from the people who brought you Elf on a Shelf, get ready for, and then they have 2 pictures together of names that sound the same.
Yes, Gandalf on a something.
Uh,
I know I've seen it somewhere.
Dumbledore on a door or something like that, something stupid.
Yeah.
I saw-
Dumbledore on the floor.
I saw one today that was actually very, very clever,
What?
in my opinion. Ganon on a cannon.
Oh my gosh.
And it was Ganondorf standing on a cannon.
Goku.
What?
Goku on a. What could he be on?
Nothing.
Or Vegeta.
Vegeta on a what?
Vegeta on a cheetah.
That's good. That's actually pretty good. I commend you for that one.
Oh boy.
That was pretty good. But in the spirit of talking about shit that we watch constantly, you have a couple of shows that you run through constantly. And you probably watch these shows at least once a month all the way through.
If you're talking about what I think you're talking about, only one of those have I watched multiple times. The other one I've only rewatched once this year.
Bridgerton.
Yes. This time was the first time I rewatched it since it came out at the beginning of the year.
I'm talking
Well, it
about
technically came out like last Christmas.
I'm talking about Bridgerton.
This past week was the first time I've rewatched it.
And how many more times do you plan on rewatching?
I don't think I want to rewatch it. It's not as good as I remember it being the first time. It's not something that I can turn on and just love having on in the background like Downton.
It's because the main character, the Daphne, makes you feel gross. Like she makes me feel gross.
No, she doesn't make me feel gross. It's not like soothing the way that Downton is. It's very rushed.
I mean, they had like 9 episodes to get it all done.
I can't remember.
Oh, That was your alarm.
We're running into my alarms. This is too late of a session.
Nah, we got 20 minutes to go. We're good. So, yeah, she makes me feel so gross. The same way that Chloe Grace Moretz makes me feel gross. The same way Millie Bobby Brown makes me feel gross.
Does that
The
girl who
same.
plays Emma make you feel gross?
I haven't seen
Who's
her.
going to be Peach?
Yes, she makes me feel gross too, and Billie Eilish also makes me feel gross because they when they became famous.
Does Mae Whitman make you feel gross?
Uh, n- Not no, because the first time I saw her, she was an adult and she was touching. She was talking about getting punched in the boob by Scott Pilgrim. So the thing is that it's these actresses and famous people that have gotten famous when they were kids, and we've watched them grow up, kind of like a sibling or a cousin or something. And then when they hit 18, people in general and the fucking media start sexualizing them. And that shit's just fucking gross. It's disgusting. It's like,
See, you don't
ugh.
have the same thing. Well, I mean, like I'm honest, obviously only really attracted to men, and you don't really have that same thing with guys. I mean, I guess the closest I could think would be like Justin Bieber, but he hasn't really been sexualized that much.
I mean, it's like the kid from Stranger Things. What's his name? Finn Wolfhard or something like that.
Which one is he?
The one with the hair, the one that
The
has
curly hair?
yeah, the one that has 11 living in his basement.
Oh,
So
I need to keep watching. That's another thing we need to add to the list.
fine. For some reason, some people kind of sexualized him a bit, and somebody said, "Oh,
That's weird.
Somebody said, "Oh, that's gross," and everybody stopped. But
He's still a kid.
all of these, oh God, it's just so disgusting. It's
Well, then don't keep watching Bridgerton because they show her titties.
oh God, why? So she looks like she's 12, and she's what, 16 in the show?
I think she's 17 or 18. I think.
And then fucking Reggae John Paul has to
John Page.
doesn't matter. He has to act like he's having sex with her, and that's just even fucking
You see his
grosser.
booty a lot.
I'd rather see that man butt than see these little girl looking women.
Oh, bless it. She even has like those baby hairs. Instead of bangs, she's got like little baby hairs.
Yeah, like sticking. Oh God, it's
Yeah.
so fucking gross.
And she has a baby at the end of the show. She's a baby having a baby.
It's like being in high school all over again. God.
Yeah.
Speaking of, this is something I think I brought it up to a friend of mine on Facebook, and he felt the same way. Do you also kind of have like a little mini panic attack when a friend tells you, "Oh, I'm pregnant, I'm having a baby"?
No.
No?
No, it doesn't really faze me anymore. So many of them have had kids that, like, okay.
It's like, okay, so I'm 31, and every time I see somebody on Facebook say like, "I'm pregnant, I'm having a baby," I'm like, "Oh shit, their parents are gonna kill them."
I think finally, within like the last year or two, I finally came to terms with the fact that we are old enough for this to be happening.
Okay, so yeah, like we got married. I never thought I would get married, and
Here we are.
And to me, it's still kind of weird that I got married,
Oh my gosh.
but I'm fine with it because I'm with you.
You better be fine with it.
I'm with you. If I was with somebody that I hated or that I didn't like nearly as much as you, I would have a problem, a serious problem. But you know, since it's you, it's fine. But then we're getting invited to weddings, to baby showers, to all this stuff, and at this age, it's normal. But I still feel like it shouldn't be normal. It's weird.
I actually got a little bit sad the other day thinking about the fact that like almost all of my friends are already married. Essentially all of my family members are already married. Gosh, we've only got like my little brother and my stepbrother to go. That's all. And your sister. I was thinking like
Stepbrother?
yeah, Dakota.
Oh, right. So, hold on, what are you talking about?
I just got sad because like I don't know, like going to weddings just seems so fun, but I guess like I wound up in a situation where like one of my best friends didn't have a wedding. She kind of had like a shotgun wedding. It wasn't a literal shotgun wedding because she wasn't pregnant yet.
Yeah.
And then the other one, COVID happened, so her wedding got all thrown out of whack.
But
Our
then
wedding got thrown out of whack.
Yeah, but then we went to her wedding and we talked about it on our first episode.
We did. We recorded our first episode
Twice.
at the hotel. Yeah, the very first edition. So I'm like, we get to go to 2 weddings in the next 2 months, but I'm like, geez, are these 2 of the last weddings we're ever going to go to? That makes me kind of sad. I feel like everybody got married and we didn't get to take part in any of it. I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I mean, okay, so
I have a lot of Disney friends that aren't married yet, so I guess maybe hopefully I'll get invited to theirs, unless they have really small weddings like somebody I know who may or may not be listening to this.
who may or may not
Still love
who
you.
may or may not have something really cool coming at the end of at the beginning of next year.
We won't get into that yet.
No, we still got details trying out about that. I mean, okay, so fine, we didn't get to go to the wedding, so we're not going to get to go to weddings or whatever because, most of them are over. But we do get to go to their funerals.
Oh my God, that's so messed up. You shut your face.
What else do we have to look forward to? Well, baby showers, but
Baby showers. We don't know what the fuck to buy for baby showers.
no, we just buy
I
diapers.
guess that's what registries are for.
Registries?
Yeah.
No, we do this the responsible thing. We buy diapers, be it a shower,
But I bought them diapers off of their registries.
be it a baby shower, a baby bath, or a wedding.
A pack of diapers and a baby book.
Yeah,
That's all they need.
and the baby book comes for free, so we all got to spend money on this.
The baby's free. Please. The baby's going to wind up costing like $1 million by the
baby
time it
book.
leaves home.
The baby book.
Oh, the baby book.
Yeah, the baby book is free.
Yeah, I
'cause you
get
can-
lots of free baby books
Yeah.
for some reason. I don't know why these publishers, I don't know if they're telling me that they want us to have kids too or what, but I get lots of kids' books.
Is my mom emailing them?
Oh,
and telling
Lord.
them, hey, they don't want to have babies, send them.
Maybe
kids'
if
books.
maybe if Karradyne gets enough cute baby books, she'll want to have a baby to read them to her babies. No, I got all these baby niece nephews to give the books to.
Yeah, they're loud enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I got new ones to give them to.
Yeah.
I can even go give Alex all of my middle grade graphic novels.
Give him Bubble.
Oh, no. We will not give him Bubble. No. Maybe in like 7 years.
Oh, your brother will disappear the same way he came into your life.
Oh,
Quick.
boy. We don't need that. We don't need that kind of negativity in our lives.
Oh, boy. No, we don't.
My dad's like, why doesn't he want to talk to us anymore?
Who?
It's probably because I gave his son
Oh.
a very inappropriate graphic novel.
I thought that's something your dad actually said.
No! Are you kidding? We were all just together.
Oh, Bubble is so dope. It's such a
It's so
good
dope,
comic.
but it's dope for older clientele.
Yeah.
We saw that at Barnes & Noble the other day, and it made my heart happy.
I saw that, and I wanted to buy all 3 copies they had.
Oh, my
I
gosh.
should have.
We have a copy of it.
I mean, to give away, because it's so good. More people
We need to get that
read it.
poster framed. We need to have an art wall here.
Yeah, we do. I'm still waiting for Keishla, Metamorphic K, to finish my commission of the Zelda masks so I can hang them up on the wall. I'm dying to have them.
Yeah, you need to hang Goku up on the wall. Goku's tired of sitting on the floor.
I can't
And
hang
Hibiscus.
Goku. No.
Hibiscus is tired of hiding in the corner. You also have another Dragon Ball person hiding in the corner over there that fell off one of the shelves. I found him the other day.
Is Vegito? Did you find him with a shirt on or off?
I'm pretty sure it's on.
You sure?
Pretty
So
sure.
he likes to take his shirt off a lot.
I have no idea.
Maybe he'll start hiding in your bookshelves too.
What do you feel? Is it Dragon Ball? Is your Dragon Ball my Lord of the Rings? What is your Lord of the Rings? You have so many things that you love. I don't feel like you have one that is superior to everything, because when I first met you, I thought that BioShock was your thing because tattoo. And then I thought, what's his name? Keyblade Boy was your
Sora?
thing because tattoo. But then I'm like, actually, it seems like those are kind of mediocre compared to all the other. I feel like Godzilla is your Lord of the Rings. I don't know.
Okay.
Mario is your Lord of the Rings. Nintendo is your Lord of the Rings.
It's weird because while I was growing up, I think it was called a Sun. Is it Suncoast, the movie store?
Suncoast.
Suncoast?
Movie gallery,
Move.
Blockbuster.
No, it wasn't a rental place. It was like a go there and buy movies.
I have no idea what you're talking about then.
Kind of like a Specs.
I don't know what that is either. We had like Sam Goody, but that was all music.
I think it was a Suncoast.
Virgin Records.
It was a movie store that they had in the biggest mall that is in Puerto Rico called Plaza La America, which is Plaza of the Americas, which is creative.
Super.
And I remember when we would go to Plaza Las Americas, my parents liked to go into that movie, but mostly my dad, because he liked to buy movies. And I remember there were a bunch of Alvin and the Chipmunk movies.
Oh my God, are you telling me Alvin and the Chipmunks?
Hold up, I'm getting there.
Okay.
And they were like not parodies, but like the Alvin and the Chipmunks version of these movies. So they had RoboCop, which after seeing the original RoboCop and thinking back on the Alvin and the Chipmunks version, it's like, wow, they missed out on fucking up a bunch of kids with a very gory Alvin and the Chipmunks movie. They had Batman, and they had this one movie that I remember vividly. It was a movie of music, and
The Sound of Music.
no, it was pop music. So it had Will Smith as the host for the movie, and he would introduce like different bands and artists of the 80s and 90s, and they would have Alvin and the Chipmunks like put into the music videos. And I remember towards the end of the video, they had Smooth Criminal and Thriller, and Alvin was in both videos. And it had like the movie, the Moonwalker version of Smooth Criminal.
Michael Jackson is your Lord of the Rings.
No, kind of a transition into that. But yeah, but I was obsessed with Alvin and the Chipmunks. And then that somewhat led into Michael Jackson. My dad had the Thriller cassette tape.
Nice.
And Thriller is still a pretty good fucking album.
My mom had some of his vinyls.
Vinyl. Wow.
I don't remember which album it was, but I can very vividly see one of them. She'll text me. She'll listen to this and she'll text me which one it was. I remember it was in the cabinets underneath our TV.
Interesting. So after that, still going there to that same place, I think my parents had got me all of the Alvin and the Chipmunks movies, and I saw the big green lizard with fighting a giant monkey, and my dad's like, "Oh, look, it's King Kong from that ride at Universal that you were so afraid of when we went there." I was terrified, screaming the entire ride.
Oh no!
I remember the part where the tram goes in and you see like the giant Kong robot just like waving his fists up and down, and apparently, and it feels like it hits the tram and the tram like falls and then goes back up.
Did you cry?
I screamed the entire time. And he's like, "Oh, he's fighting King Kong. Like, let's get you this movie so you can see King Kong getting beat up." And shit, he opened up a can of worms when he did that. I fell in love with Godzilla. They bought me so many Godzilla VHS tapes. And wow.
I feel like you started Charlie's dinosaur obsession
With Godzilla?
with Godzilla.
And he hasn't seen the movies if he does. Poor Justin.
He showed me his Godzilla when he drugged me up to his bedroom.
Yeah? Does
He
it
was "Rawr."
still vibrate?
No, it's dead.
See, I was
We'll have to
hoping
get him some new batteries.
I was hoping I would kick off Kingdom Zelda instead of Godzilla.
Link. No, you set him on a dinosaur tangent.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shit, that boy is fucked up because of me.
Yeah, I definitely see Godzilla as being your equivalent, like with you watching all of those stupid movies and everything.
Hey,
Oh
they're
my
not
God.
stupid. They're works of art.
Oh, I was suffering. when that one
Okay, that one
that
was.
you all were into. I sat on the couch away from all of you and
Oh,
read my
that
Kindle.
one was
That
great.
old like 1960s one or whatever it
Yeah.
was, the
Oh,
old
what
one.
was it? That was the first Mecha Godzilla.
Yes,
That one was really good.
that one.
That one was awesome. But no, so Godzilla carried on until I got into elementary school. I think when I was in 6th or 7th grade, Toonami started airing on TV. So they had Thundercats and Voltron and Sailor Moon and eventually Dragon Ball
Rick
Z.
and Morty.
No,
It's not Toonami.
no.
It's
That's
Adult Swim. It's
And
not the
eventually,
same thing.
and that was way before Rick and Morty. And eventually Dragon Ball Z. But before I saw Dragon Ball Z on Toonami, I remember I had seen it on another channel. And I had a cousin that was really into anime and video games. And my parents asked him about, have you seen this anime? I think one of the characters is called Goku. He's like, oh, Dragon Ball. Yeah, here's a couple of movies. Have him watch these movies. It just snowballed from there. And I've just been Dragon Balled my entire life.
So you're telling me Godzilla and Dragon Ball combined are your Lord of the Rings?
Every time there's a new Godzilla movie, I have to watch it, except for Shin Godzilla. I haven't seen that one because that Godzilla's creepy as fuck. I also don't know where to watch it. If I could find out where to watch it, I would. I feel like this episode has two assignments for the listeners, one for Kiko and the other one for Kiko. So the Marvel comics and the Shin Godzilla, where to watch
Star
it.
Wars?
And Star
Well,
Wars.
it's from Mariella more than him.
Yeah, but it's also for Nick and for everyone else.
Jen and Logan.
Jen and Logan. Anyways, yeah, Dragon Ball, Godzilla. They're my Lord of the Rings. I mean, I got BioShock tattoos because I love the games. And Kingdom Hearts, that was a mistake. But I still love the games, even though the third one was utter
We
garbage.
need to get you a cover up.
Yeah, we do. We
We'll
really
get you
do.
Fat Boo.
No, we'll get Kazuma Kiryu.
What?
Kazuma Kiryu. Or Ichiban Kasuga.
Yakuza?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I have a feeling getting a Yakuza tattoo might not be the wisest decision if you were to ever encounter a real Yakuza. Let's
kill me.
maybe not. Let's just get a Dragon Ball
but
person.
I would probably tower over them because I am huge.
Let's get you a Godzilla. Gojira!
Yes.
Right there.
Oh, that's
He's
so cool.
dark, so it would be really easy to do.
If I could get like like
Lava breath.
all of them.
Lava
like,
breath, atomic breath, atomic breath.
I hate
I
that.
corrected myself. Atomic breath.
I'm happy that you did, but I hate that you always call it the wrong name first.
I'm sorry.
It's like if I called Aragorn.
Aragog. A lot of people do that
Oh God.
because they mix up fucking Harry Potter with Lord of the Rings. It's very
I
different.
call Gandalf Dumbledore.
Oh, blasphemy. Blasphemy. Like the highest form of blasphemy.
Oh boy.
Oh.
I wouldn't know.
Oh, knife to my heart.
But no, that would be so cool to get a tattoo with like all of the Godzilla versions.
You
like,
need a
all the way
Godzilla
down
tattoo. And then you can get Kong on the other arm. All Godzilla, all Kong.
No, I could get Kong tattooed on my belly, whistling, and his mouth would be my belly button.
Oh my gosh.
That would
No.
be great, and it would be the new Kong.
What you need to get is you need to get Kong with the spike and shoving it into Godzilla's throat.
That never happened.
It didn't happen? What did he do with the spike? He used it as a shield.
Yes,
What happened to somebody's throat?
Godzilla blew his atomic breath into Muto's mouth
Who's Muto?
in the 2014 Godzilla movie, the monster. He grabs his mouth,
Oh,
and then
right.
everything, he just holds his head as the
No,
only
you
thing.
need to get Kong flying through the air with the spike shield and Godzilla with his atomic breath. That would be an awesome tattoo.
I loved that movie.
Awesome.
And I loved that there was a definite answer to who's stronger, Godzilla or Kong. But I wouldn't get a tattoo of that movie as much as I love it.
It was so cool.
That was such a fucking great movie.
Mechagodzilla was stupid, but the rest of it was cool.
That Mechagodzilla was
That
stupid.
was so stupid.
So Matt Pat did a video on that, and he explains a bunch of shit that should have happened that didn't happen. And if what he said is true, they really, really fucked up that movie. It would have gone into something much better.
I feel like it was just action, action, boom, boom, and it was more like a action, action, boom, boom movie than it was a story.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's too long to explain, and we're already in an hour of nonsense. You want to get to the rest of the things that we have here, or do we want to end the show?
We want to end the show. It's bedtime.
We got two more things.
Okay.
Okay.
Hurry.
So first off, for some reason I wrote here fork story. This is something that
A
happened.
story I haven't heard, apparently.
Yep, something that happened at work. It happened like last week, and then it happened again today. So I don't know if I told you. There was a day when my partner and I were delivering a stove, and we put the stove in. We're taking the old one out, and he has the dolly. When he pulls the dolly back, he hits one of those ceramic forks that old ladies like to hang on the walls,
Yes.
and it fell and it broke. It
Oh, no.
shattered into a million pieces.
Have like a rooster on it or something?
No, it was just ceramic fork. And
Okay.
he's like, I'm so sorry. And he picked up everything and threw it away. And I told the lady, like, hey, I'm really sorry about what happened. We're gonna refund you the hookup, which is $10. So not gonna cover the cost. I told her, and
Of her ceramic fork.
and I told her, and I'm also going to refund you the power cord for the stove, which is about $40. So she got $50 back.
I mean, hey.
And the lady's mad as fuck still.
Oh, no.
And
I mean, it could have been like her grandmother's or something.
no, that's not
You
what
don't
she was mad
know.
about.
Oh.
So I come back inside, and I hear them. It was like almost chittering in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't. They were talking really loud, so it sounded like chittering, but I could pick up what they were saying, even though they were like covering their mouths and like looking at each other and whatnot. Because I was talking to them in Spanish too. So, and I hear, is that the price you paid for the stove? She's like, no, I paid $1,000 for it. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? I look on the stove, and there's a paper that says was $1,099 with 99 cents is $499. I'm like, oh, that is why they're mad as fuck. And I get back to the store and I tell the manager, it's like, hey, this happened, but they're not mad about that. They're mad about this. And they're like, how did they find that out? It's like, because whoever pulled the stuff didn't take the tags off, so now they know what price you have it for now.
Oh,
So
shit.
please just refund these $50, and if they say anything, just please give them the discount.
Oh, no.
It's like, give them back the $500.
That
It doesn't matter.
sucks.
And he says,
I mean, that's $600.
he says, if they saw it, we're fucked. We have to do it. I'm like, yeah. But please give her back the $50 because Lewis.
Broke her ceramic fork. I can't.
And then today,
Y'all gotta be more careful.
no,
Jeez.
we're always careful. These are freak accidents that happen.
Uh-huh.
We go to this lady's house, which we had delivered to before. We had delivered a fridge and a stove for her. And this time we're delivering one of those washer-dryer combo units that I really hate to deliver. And the lady's like, oh, it goes here. And I see the space, and there's enough space for a washer and a dryer. And I'm like, you're putting that double unit in here. She's like, yeah, I just need a dryer. I'm like, okay, so what do you want me to do with the washer? She's like, take it outside, and that thing on the wall needs to come off. And I look at her, I'm like, I don't have a hammer. She's like, oh, I have a hammer. She gives me a hammer so I can rip off a shelf so I could push the machine back. And I rip it out. I hear her and her friend talking in the kitchen, again, in Spanish. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. And nothing's registering to me in my head. All I hear is just talking. And I go to the truck, and I tell my partner what's happening. I grab an exhaust duct for the dryer and go back inside to install it. I sit on the floor. I'm dealing with the exhaust and installing it and whatever. And I hear one of the ladies, the friend, go like, and they broke my fork. I'm like, what? Yeah, they broke my fork. I'm like, oh shit. Is this the lady that Lewis broke the
Oh
fork
dear.
for? It wasn't. It wasn't. And I'm like, I like stopped messing around with what I was doing so I can hear. And I just hear her say, it's like, yeah, this big fat guy, really tall fat guy was delivering something and he hit it and the fork fell down, it broke. And he said, I'm sorry, and just left. I'm like, what? She goes into more detail. He's like, what do you mean, big guy? It's like, yeah, he was big like my grandson. He was really tall and fat and he was black. And I'm like, oh, thank God it's not us.
You're not fat.
Like,
You're a big boy, but
like, I'm like, okay, maybe she's confusing me with my partner, you know?
you're a lot bigger than him.
I'm a lot bigger than, I'm like, I kind of panicked. I was like, oh, I don't want to see this lady again after we broke her thing, and I don't know what the outcome of that whole situation was.
Did they give her money back?
And she says black. I'm like, oh, it's not me. Okay, that's fine.
That's terrible.
And when I got into I go back to the truck and I'm laughing, and Lewis is like, what's going on? And I tell him the story. And he's like, get the fuck out. I'm like, nah, dude, I'm serious. And we do the whole thing. We get back on the truck. We start driving away. I tell him, it's like, damn, Lewis. He's like, what? It's like, we got to watch out for, just another asshole going around Florida knocking down forks.
Breaking everybody's ceramic forks. I have never understood that as like a point of decor. It's so stupid to me.
I mean, it's like a grandma
you.
thing. And
Very grandma.
yeah. It's like the panic in his face when he knocked it down. And I was like, oh shit. And then they were mad as fuck. But Jesus Christ. And okay, so let's get out of that.
The last thing.
Okay, so the last thing is the Spotify rap.
Oh my gosh. I was a little disappointed in aspects of mine.
In what you got?
Yeah. Like my top song of the year, I think it's bullshit because Marla was telling me, like, supposedly they stop, like, counting after October or so to put everything together. So, like, I know that there's a song that I listen to more than my number one song.
It'll probably show up for next year.
That's what I'm thinking. And I'm going to be mad because it'll be my number one song for next year.
Yeah. I had my number one band was Death Clock.
Are we surprised?
But it's only my number one band this year because I rewatched the entire show this year and I've been on a kick ever since. And my top 5 songs are the first 5 songs on their album that I'm always listening to. I think it's so funny. But we just checked our Spotify Wrapped for podcasters, and we're going to share this on socials at some point. What was it? We have like 508% more listens than we did last year, which I didn't even know we could check last year. We've been listened to in 9 countries, which is awesome. We've had 44 episodes released. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And we were at least 2 people's top.
This had 7 people.
No, 2 people's top podcast for the year.
Oh, I thought this Wrapped said it was for 7 people.
No, 7 people listened to everything that we released.
Oh, I thought it said we were featured as the top podcast for 7 people. Are you sure that's not what it said? Can you go back?
No, I would have to do the whole thing all over again.
Oh.
I don't want to do that again. Yeah. No. But if we showed up as your favorite podcast of the year, thank you for listening.
Yes, thank you very, very much.
It makes us happy.
It does.
It makes us very happy. It makes this seem like it's
worth it somewhat.
No, not worth it. Like it's like people like to hear our stupidity. And hopefully they'll listen to this stupidity too, which has been an hour of nonsense, more like an hour and 10. I got to do some editing on this thing.
I wanted to say something about my Spotify Wrapped. I think it's quite funny if you look at my top artists next to my top songs. It doesn't make any sense at all. So my number one artist of the year. Okay, my artists make so much more sense than the songs. My number one artist was Howard Shore. Do you know who Howard Shore is?
No idea.
The composer of all of Lord of the Rings music. So are
Okay.
you surprised? No.
No.
My top song was fucking Beautiful Mistakes by Maroon 5 and Megan Thee Stallion.
What?
I listened to that song a good bit, but I don't know how the hell it's my number one song. My number two artist was the Piano Guys. Lots of instrumental stuff. I have a reading playlist that I've always got going. My number two song makes some sense. Montero. I listen to that song a lot.
Call
I
me
love
by
it.
your name.
Number three artist is Two Cellos. Also makes sense. Number three song was Lord of the Rings by Piano Guys. My number two artist. Makes sense. My number four artist was Chris Bowers, who is another instrumental person. My number four song was My Ex's Best Friend by Machine Gun Kelly and Black Bear.
Why? Why?
I mean, I did really, really like that song when I first heard
Oh,
it. I
Lord.
listened to it a lot. Number five artist, Alan Menken. He does a lot of the Disney soundtracks. And my number five song also makes sense. Dawn from Pride and Prejudice.
Okay, did you get your audio aura?
Yes.
What was it?
Bold and confident, which makes absolutely no sense at all. I am not.
Okay, so mine was bold,
And angry.
angst.
Angst. That makes, yep.
Let me see, because I feel like there's something
Spotify
here.
thinks you're a super angry person. I liked my movie thing.
Okay, but then listen to my top artists: Metalocalypse, Death Clock, Five Finger Death Punch, Avenged Sevenfold, Leaving Haven, and Metalocalypse. Metalocalypse is twice on the list. Like, how? My top artist with Metalocalypse, Death Clock, podcasts. How did this get played? Codex, History of Video Games. So I love them. Triforce, Believe, Paranormal, and UFO Radio, and Remember the Game, which Adam was on our show. I love
He was.
Adam. Yeah. Did you get your genres too?
I did.
What were they?
Let me see. Mine were...
So I got alternative metal, grunge, punk, death metal, hard rock.
Mine were dance pop. I feel like that came into play more here at the end of the year with all my knife party.
Yep.
Alternative metal, soundtrack, which is Lord of the Rings and Disney. Country road. I haven't listened to that much country music.
Does
And post grunge. Post grunge. What the hell do I listen to this post grunge?
we've had this conversation before?
We have? What's
Yeah.
post grunge?
Nickelback.
Oh. Okay, then yeah.
Is the country one? What's his name? Old
Lil
Town
Nas
Road.
X. Maybe that's why Country Road. You know, that was my very first thought when I saw it, but I didn't listen to
Like that song is so
Old
big.
Town Road that much.
That song is so big and so good that it's its own genre. It's just it by itself.
I think it's literally just that one time I listened to that 90s country playlist.
Probably.
It's ridiculous.
All right, so we said we were going to end this, and then you brought out.
Well, you didn't ask me anything about my Spotify rap.
I was just talking about the shows. All right, so let's go ahead and get into some housekeeping. First off, go sign up for our Patreon. It's $2 a month. You know, you get extra episodes. Vote in our backlog of Doom episodes. So for our future reviews, remember to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at anovelconsole and on Facebook at facebook.com/anovelconsole. Don't forget that you can tell your friends that they can find the podcast on most major podcast streaming platforms and that they can also listen on YouTube by searching for a Novel Console. Don't forget to tell them to subscribe, like, and comment, all that stuff. You know, we like it if they did. And you should probably also leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts so that more people can find us. And you can also email us at anovelconsole@gmail.com. We would really love it if you guys would send in your book and game suggestions, your restaurant suggestions, Sometimes it helps to have suggestions about places to go eat if we don't really know where the hell to go eat. And yeah, if you want to send us your Spotify Warped playlist or your experiences with games or books, we'll read them on the show happily. Or not if you don't want to. If you just want to talk about that with us directly, that would be perfectly fine. And our art was done by Metamorphic on Instagram. You can find her link in the show notes. And with that, I think we're ready to end the show. You want to say goodbye, Karradyne?
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.